So, Marvel Zombies finally crawled onto Disney Plus. 4 episodes of undead superhero mayhem. But did it deliver the guts, glory, and grotesque brilliance that I was hoping for? Or did the thing stumble around like, well, one of its own zombies? Stick around. I've got thoughts. Hey there, everyone. Welcome back to Fantasy for the Ages, where we talk about fantasy, science fiction, horror, and other nerdy corners of pop culture we love. I'm Jim, sometimes joined on this show by my son Zach when he's got the time, sometimes by awesome guests, and sometimes, like today, just me flying solo, digging into the weird and wonderful worlds that we just can't get enough of. And yes, today we're talking about zombies, specifically Marvel Zombies, the new animated miniseries on Disney Plus. Before we jump in, be sure to like this video if you enjoy this sort of nerdy deep dive, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss our future episodes. And of course, a huge shout out to our Patreon supporters. Can't say it enough. You're the ones that keep this channel shambling forward. If you'd like to join them, check out the link down in the show notes, right to our Patreon page. So, a little context before we dig into the show. I've read all of the Marvel Zombie comics, the original series written by Robert Kirkman. Yes, the Walking Dead guy. It started back in 2005 and ran through multiple sequels and spin offs over the years. The premise? A virus turns Earth's greatest heroes, Spider Man, Iron Man, Hulk, Captain America, and more, into flesh eating monsters who still think like heroes, but can't resist their hunger. It's dark, it's twisted, it's delightful. It's often hilarious in a very demented way. It grew into an entire mini franchise of its own within Marvel Comics. It's like, what else can we have the Marvel Zombies do? So, when Disney Plus announced that Marvel Zombies was coming out as a series, yeah, I was immediately intrigued. The show dropped just last month, September, late in the month, 2025, we're talking about. 4 episodes total, each about 30 minutes long on average. Not a big time commitment. And honestly, I was hoping that meant tight storytelling. Now, let's talk about that trailer. Ugh. My first actual experience with Marvel Zombies on Disney Plus was, frankly, awful. Whoever edited that thing, yikes. It gave no sense of tone, no real idea of what kind of story we were going to get. And that music choice, it felt like they pulled it straight out of a random action montage generator. It didn't sell me on the series at all. In fact, I was like, maybe I don't want to watch this thing. Thankfully, I still went in because, hey, I love the comics and I had to give it a shot. So, how was it? Well, it's one contained storyline drawing from the comics, but with plenty of fresh twists. It's not a straight adaptation at all, more of a remix that fits loosely into the animated MCU continuity they've been building since What If. Unfortunately, the story felt underwhelming. It had some good moments, flashes of brilliance even, but never quite found its stride. The pacing was weird. It was too short to explore the world or characters in any depth, yet somehow too long, because I didn't really care about several of the protagonists the way they were writing. They clearly wanted me to love these people and really get behind the stakes, and I was like, meh. That said, there were some standouts. Blade, absolutely fantastic here. Every scene he's in, I perked up. And Red Guardian, hilarious, charismatic, and one of the few characters who felt fully alive, even in a world full of the undead. Some of the zombies, like Captain America, were straight from the comics. faithful nods to the source material, which I appreciated. But the heroes themselves, a mix of MCU inspired versions, animated to resemble the movie actors. It created this odd hybrid feeling, half nostalgia, half promotional tie in. At times, it felt less like bold storytelling and more like Marvel checking a box. Hey, here's something weird for spooky season and featuring characters in the MCU we want you to care about now. In the end, Marvel Zombies was an interesting distraction, but far from what Marvel and Disney could have done with such a killer concept. Still, I'm glad it exists. It scratches that comic book horror itch, even if it never fully satisfies. And honestly, it's way better than getting no Marvel Zombies on the screen at all. So if you're a Marvel fan, or you just love zombie media like I do, give it a shot. It's short, it's stylish enough, and it might just leave you wishing they'd done a whole lot more with it. I mean, they really did have fun. And some of the graphic kills, that alone, worth to check out. That's it for this one. My take on Marvel Zombies from Disney Plus. If you've watched it, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Did you enjoy it more than I did? Were there parts that worked better for you? Were you getting things that just didn't click for me? Drop your comments below. Let's get this conversation going. I read them and I do like to respond as I can. And as always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And check out our Patreon page. See what kind of perks and benefits you get for supporting our channel. Thanks for watching. And as always, we'll talk to you next time.